It's the early stream, everybody. Yay! The early stream. Let me check my settings. Oh, there's still some cardboard in the way. Let me move the cardboard. That's better. Props to anybody who can recognize what the cardboard was from. One of those was a very recognizable piece of cardboard. Hey there, everybody. I'm seeing... I think it's pronounced Mr. I'm not sure. Is that lead speak? Hi. They say, love your channel, amazing content. Thanks for being here. Random Citizen, welcome. Hi. Catnaps Art. Vicarious. Good morning, Random Citizen and Vicarious. Listening at work. Well, we'll keep it safe for work for sure. Sean Pope, hi. Welcome everybody. So yeah, I hope folks didn't feel too startled at my message from last week. I had to kind of reorganize the way that I was doing my planning. Hey, Didemonen, welcome. I was feeling kind of burned out on the channel for a bit. I had kind of asked from myself that I would do a new video every week because I wanted to do stuff for my patrons. But you know, doing an arrangement per week is kind of, or a video per week even. Some of those were improvised or others were the Hyrule Highland stuff, which was prepared in advance. Still, it's lots of videos to do every time. So I had to figure out a way how to make this channel work better for me from an energetic standpoint. But I'm not quitting, so don't worry. I'm still here. I love doing this stuff. I'm just taking it a little bit more easy. I still want to be on the channel every Friday, as always, but I'd like to alternate a video and a stream. So instead of doing both a stream and a video, I'd like to do video one week, stream the other week, video one week, stream the other week, etc. It has the upside of the both the videos and the streams getting more breathing room. Because now sometimes I made a video and it barely got any views because people were mainly clicking on the stream. And then after the stream ended, people were clicking on the video, but then the stream was kind of disappearing to the background. So yeah, I'm hoping that giving both more air will do it some good. And for me, it also allows me to take it a little bit more easy. And then in the hypothetical case that one day, in the far-flung future, some exciting new Zelda music will appear, I can always up my tempo again. Good evening! There's a person with a name that I cannot pronounce because I do not read the characters, so I'll put them in Google Translate as always. Ahem. No, it's not Dutch. I don't know what it is, but it's not Dutch for sure. No. DeepL.com thinks it's Dutch, the characters, but it's obviously something Asian. Translate. Let's see if Google does a better job at it. Meeting. Meeting, welcome. That's funny, that sounds like meeting in English. Jills B says, hi, you're the best. Oh, that's so kind of you. Thanks. Good morning. Hey, Annabelle. Annabelle says, I can't stay for long. I have a class at 8:30 p.m., but I'll chill here while I can. Well, we'll be here for 2 hours until 5 o'clock Dutch time. And then you can always watch it later, of course. Guru Guru is there. Welcome. Hey, GSU Unlimited, Ayman, Jonathan, Eins Ashnakosauria, greetings. Greetings from Greece. That's another name I can unfortunately not read because it's the Greek alphabet. So I'm going to put that into Google as well. What does it make of it? Kostas. Kostas. Welcome. Dillionaire, good morning. Barunga, good evening. Mr. Mas, greetings from Germany. Greetings from the Netherlands. I'm actually from cycling distance from the German border. If I jump on my bicycle, I can be in Germany in 30 minutes. So, not sure where in Germany you live, because Germany's big. Sean is having some lag. Yeah, I think this time I have my settings correct. I'm not doing like a gazillion kilobyte per second anymore. Yes, please, Song of Storms. Yeah, I'm actually hoping for some rain. It had been raining a lot here last night, but it's so warm here, man. Maybe you can hear from me that I'm kind of groggy from the warmth here. It's been like 30 degrees plus for a few days, and when in the Netherlands it's 30 degrees plus, it's also very humid. So that means that it feels kind of heavy. It's a heavy kind of warmth. So I'm going to play some more Kulth and rain conjuring piano today. Oh yeah. Mr. Mas says, I live in a town nobody knows. It's called Bielefeld, and even among the Germans the city is it's a myth even. So interesting stuff has happened in the past in Bielefeld. Sounds familiar though. Yeah, Bielefeld is well, it's not really close to where I live. I can cycle that in a day. Maybe I could cycle that in a day, but it would take me an entire day. Anyways, GSU Unlimited says Bielefeld, that doesn't exist. No, it's a myth, as I said. As Mr. Mas said. Australia for me, Barunga says. That's cool. Gurguro lives in Guadeloupe. Wasn't there a jazz song about that? I'm not 100% sure. Guadeloupe. Jazz. I don't know why I'm thinking that it has something to do with jazz, but we might discover that down the line. Annabelle says, speaking of Song of Storms, I wanted to suggest this last week, but there was no stream here. Can you try Song of Storms with a crossover with Dragon Roost Island? She noticed there was some similarities between the two, besides being in a 3/4 time. Yeah, there are some similarities for sure. Let's see if I can make something interesting. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, there's similarities for sure. I have to move my accordion because it's in the way. Office chair. It's actually the kind of piece that you can maybe play like one hand, one melody, and the other one, the other melody. Did something similar for the Hub mashup, the Mario Galaxy one. It's so difficult to play two things at the same time. Hey, Draco Slayer, welcome. No worries, this one's a bit earlier. I think I will be streaming from 3 to 5 in the future. Thank you, glad everybody liked that. Hey Anas. Anas says, I just got myself an acoustic guitar. I wanted to try some of the tracks I've learned on the piano and the guitar as well, but I'm not that skilled. Any tips, people? Oof. Can't really help with that because my acoustic guitar skills are mostly limited to rhythm guitar, so I'm mainly playing the chords. That might be a good way to start, to figure out the chords and play them on the guitar. I remember Anas having a request earlier. Let's see. I also have this headphone cable annoyingly in the way. Let's see if I can put it here. Marketplace was Anna's suggestion. Is this weird looking? Yeah, this is very weird looking, eh? No, I'm not doing that. I have to find a different place for the thing. Alright, Marketplace. First gem of the stream. was trying to segue to Clocktown, but Clocktown is one of those infamous pieces that I can never like get immediately. Still Marketplace. Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay. There's a slightly different feel. That's not right. Really getting use out of the upper keys on my piano. I was hearing some noise from next door. They were still working on the house there. Not sure if it went through the noise gate. I don't think so. If you're having any problems with noises from outside, let me know and I can turn off the microphone when I'm playing. I had to do one thing on the computer here because I'm using OLED TV as my monitor. And I have to make my menu bar disappear, obviously. Blammo. There we go. Right, so how's everybody doing? Sometimes when it's quiet in the chat, I imagine that people are just listening. Other times, I have the feeling that everybody's bored. But I usually just think of people chilling. I think that's the best way to do it. Hollow Knight music, yeah. Might have said it before on stream. I did play some Hollow Knight. I have it on the Switch, but it's a little bit too hardcore Metroidvania for me. Like Metroid Dread was the first one Metroidvania for me that really worked. So maybe after Metroid Dread it will be Hollow Knight will be easier for me to do. But I really liked the vibe the Hollow Knight had, musically speaking. It was kind of mellow, so that's very good. I'm going to have a sip of my water. Hey, Ego, welcome. Ego says, it's been a while since I've caught a stream. How's it been? Yeah, it's been good. Map. I'm going to have to close the window soon because I'm getting kind of distracted. Anyways, yeah, I'm doing good. I've got a few. I had a nice game music project that I've been working on for the past couple of weeks, which has been very nice. I feel so blessed and lucky to be working with that team. Very kind people, very talented people as well. And they're asking me to do some super folky stuff. But they wanted me to do Ghibli kind of music. And looking at their game was like, yeah, Ghibli might not be 100% fitting because their game is kind of quirky in a very good way. So I worked some of my signature quirky, folky stuff in there. So that's been fantastic. And now that I've got the idea of taking the channel in a slightly more relaxed direction for myself, the channel feels better to me as well. And they say that there'll be a Nintendo Direct next week on the 29th. But right now, mentally, I don't think Zelda's ever coming out. Just to prepare myself, I've become a grizzled Zelda veteran the past couple of years. Like, you can't actively anticipate a Zelda game. It's not, at least for me, it's not good for my mental health. You just have to let one of the best teams in the world do their work. As long as they need to. And then when they're ready, and and we'll all see. I think that's, for me, at least the best way to go about it. So yeah, maybe they'll show. Maybe they have enough to show. Maybe not. They're probably the ones that want to show the most because they've been working on this for 6 years. So we'll see. And until that time, I'll just be chilling here. I wanted to do some more jazz stuff because that's worked quite well. I think people generally like that, and it's been a breeze to arrange those for me. And a good way for me to learn some extra jazz. Shepadoom, shepadoom. Glad to read that people aren't bored. That's good. Guru Guru asks, question, what's your favorite Ghibli studio movie? Oh man. I'm gonna take a shortcut because that's mostly the best way for me to go about it. So I think just about every Ghibli music is the best in some way. I think The Valley of the Wind is the one that's... how do you say it? Overall, it ticks every box to me. It may not be the most well animated, it may not be the best musically speaking, but every element that is there is, you know, it knocks it out of the park still. So I think it's a very complete movie, which is kind of crazy because it's they didn't have a single studio at the time, if I got that correct. Then you've got Totoro, which is amazing for like smaller children and just if you want to have kind of a feel-good movie. think animation work on Totoro is crazy. Like how the children are animated, it's so lifelike. Really like the dad too in My Neighbor Totoro. He's a good role model, I think, for young fathers. Yeah, maybe Porco Rosso is the only one that I've seen that I'm not particularly impressed by. It was great, obviously, but just didn't leave much of an impression. Castle in the Sky is like the perfect adventure movie. Princess Mononoke is the perfect fantasy epic. And Spirited Away is the favorite coming-of-age tearjerker. Sort of coming-of-age, like more of a, I don't know, social awakening or something like that. So I think those movies all have their strong points. House Moving Castle is some of the most beautiful stuff I've ever seen visually. I haven't seen Ponyo or The Wind Rises, so those are still two movies I have to watch. So yeah, curious what you think. Like emotionally, I'm always kind of going between Nausicaa, Mononoke, and Spirited Away. Those three resonate most with me. Yeah. Annis asks, is it the local Dutch team, the game developers? No, they're not Dutch, but the other team I was working on a while back, the tactical RPG, those people are from all over the world, so that's kind of funny to work out the time zones and stuff. But these people are all more or less from the same time zone. They're not Dutch, but they come from relatively close by, so that's it's nice to know that you're working with people that you can actually more or less drive to and don't have to take a plane. The other thing's really cool as well, if you know that you're working with people on the other side of the globe. So both have their charms. Champions themes jazz. Yeah, I'll do some more jazz. That's fine. There were a few questions I wanted to answer. Mrs. T asked, do you ever give input on the games you're asked to make music for? Perhaps letting the team know the music they want might not fit. Yeah, musically speaking, the teams I've worked on so far, they sort of give me carte blanche. They're like, Tim, you're the music guy, we trust you. And some tracks just work immediately, and they are very happy with right away. Now the tracks are like, oh, this is not what we were hoping for, and then I have to make a revision, which is also fine. You know, and whenever applicable, I try to give some feedback on the other fronts as well, but mostly positive, because you know, these game development teams have been working on their project for years, and I kind of come in at a later point, so I'm often the newcomer. So I try to be humble in that way. But both projects I've now done this year, I did up-tempo tracks where they weren't really warranted. So I have to take it easy sometimes. Oh, Kiki Delivery Service, I totally forgot about that one. Yeah, not sure, it doesn't really... I forgot about it for a reason. Hey Alejandro, thanks for the kind words. I'm seeing some Nausicaa, I'm seeing some Mononoke, Spirited Away. Whisper of the Heart, yeah, that's not a Miyazaki movie, but of course it's Ghibli. I'm going to be honest that I have only seen the few Miyazaki movies that I mentioned. Okay, we're going to try that again. Feels kind of weird to do a Champions Ballad in the jazz version, honestly, because it's kind of a tragic track in a way. And then I go like, but yeah, that's just what I have to do. It's my thing. Just have to do my thing. Sorry, I'm scrolling here because my screen has to wake up. Howdy, Dave. Welcome. Lazarus, hi, asks, how about modern anime like Your Name and Westering with You? Some really good music in those as well. Yeah, I have appreciation for lots of anime thing I have seen floating around, but I'm kind of allergic to much of the modern anime tropes. So, for example, right now I'm playing Neon White. I'm not sure if some people of you have played that one as well. It's relatively new. It's an indie game. Neon White is a kind of a first-person platformer. It's really good. Like it's got that fantastic feeling of flow. It has a really cool techno soundtrack as well, like old school techno, which is fantastic. But there's a visual novel element to it, and honestly, it's so chock full of like. I'd almost say anime tropes. So being uncomfortable around the other gender, and you're in love, but you don't want to tell anybody. You're going to the swimming pool together, and there's only a selection of voices. There's the super high pitched lady voice, and there's the super low pitched lady voice, and there's the tough middle lady voice, and yeah, it doesn't really work for me. So I try to avoid anime mostly because I'm kind of afraid that it'll kind of cringe me out, honestly. That goes for Xenoblade as well. So Xenoblade music sounds really good because it's Mitsuda, the composer Yasunori Mitsuda. But it's super modern anime with all the tropes that come with that, and I don't feel like the target audience, so to speak, when I see and hear that. So I'm sure there's lots of modern anime that's more in the slightly more down-to-earth vibes, but I don't usually seek them out. I'm not much of a television person at all. But if you've got good suggestions that you're saying, hey, come on, that's not anime tropey or stereotypey, just leave it in the chat, please. Mrs. T says, it's good to know that you've had mostly positive experiences with the people you worked with. It must be nice to have a mixture of both freedom to create and guidelines that are well designed. Yeah, having so much fun with these. I'm now running 2 projects on and off depending on when they need me, and it's so I love doing this. Finally found a way to find a few teams every now and then. So yeah, more work is always welcome, but honestly, I'm so glad to have these 2 already, and really feels like I'm doing what I should be doing finally, which is game music because I'm a nerd. Last Unicorn. Billionaire says, anime gets such a terrible reputation. Some of the stereotypes keep people from watching some incredible series. They're not all full of cliches. Yeah, I know. Even the game I was playing, Neon White, even though the presentation is not for me at all, outside of the core gameplay, it's got some nice twists and turns in the stories that are quite interesting, and the setting is really interesting. It's just the way that it's presented that doesn't appeal to me personally. I would love to see Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, I've heard that one mentioned a lot, and also its soundtrack. And the new, like the most recent Full Metal Alchemist. I've heard good stories about that one as well. Brotherhood. Might watch that. I freaking love Avatar The Last Airbender, but that's not really anime. Only the style is anime, the visual style, but it's Western through and through. Alright, let's play some more music. I cannot play the Forest Haven theme, but I can look it up and then see how far I can get. That's always a fun exercise. Hey, Timmermans is streaming. Rain streaming down. Wasn't very inspired for the thumbnail today, sorry. Let's see, Forest Haven, Wind Waker. Da-da-da. Probably heard it before. Oh yeah, it's kind of a Kokiri Forest variation with a sick groove. Still have to figure out how I can pipe my audio. Oh, it's got bagpipes. So funny how Wind Waker music is just Ocarina of Time music, but slowed down and remixed and scrambled and stuff. Super interesting. That's a very cool groove there. Almost. Ah, whatever. That's a very cool little piece. It's lovely. Dillionaire says, I wasn't expecting you to know this. Well, you expected correctly because I didn't. But I figured it's probably Kokiri Forest slowed down, and I was right. With a sick groove, too. I unfortunately do not know how to play the Serenade of Water, Sean, but I can look it up. Hinata Potato was asking about the Minish village. In last time, 2 weeks ago, I did a Minish cap track, excuse me, as well. So it's only in theme to try this one as well. By the way, I'm not playing the correct music because the sun started shining again here, and I was hoping for some rain. Might ask. Other. Ooh. It's got an interesting groove. Game Boy Advance is such a weird sound. I think this is a wrong rip. Hey, Maxus. Last time I watched you had COVID. That's been a while. Yeah. Welcome back. Ooh, some crazy bass lines in this. Huh? This is good. I'm listening to the Minish Village track. Really sounds like Capcom and Zelda mashed up. It reminds me of a Christmas song again, because you know how I am. Seriously, it's super groovy. What's that? Ooh, interesting. This is so good. Oh my god. It's probably not gonna do well on the channel at all if I make a cover, because it's kind of niche, I think. But oh my god, it's so good. Let's try it again. Oh yeah, then it goes to... Okay, that's time. It's ridiculous. This is so crazy. I was totally not expecting this, honestly. All right. That's a really cool thing. Thanks for suggesting that. This is kind of all the hardcore Zelda folks in here kind of teaching me this stuff. That's really interesting. It's so groovy. Like, I'd love to drum this, but my drum kit's not attached to the computer, so not gonna sound right. But oh my god! And then there was the Serenade of Water. Probably if I hear it, I'll be able to play it because I have played Ocarina. It's really short, those little things. Da, da, da. Okay, yeah, that's gonna work. You wanted to mash it up with... Let me scroll up the... Song of Storms. Honestly, I've already played Song of Storms in this stream, so I'm not sure if I'll play it again, but I'll try Serenade of Water and see what happens. Oh man, you know the feeling when you're so warm that you really want to take off your clothes even though you're not really wearing anything? Only wearing this little thing and a really thin pair of pants. I can take off my socks though, that might help against the warmth. I even have windows open here, but it doesn't really work. Let's see. I'm wearing some very fancy socks today. You don't see that in streams or videos, but I'm really happy with my colorful socks. They're happy socks sometimes, or they're off-brand happy socks other times. Like the Minish Cap track really has a kind of a Super Mario Land kind of feel. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Bare feet is better. Let's see. Serenade of Water. Jazz. Yeah, that was a very cool idea. Thanks for asking. Guru Guru asks, can you try a little Witch Academia theme, please? Well, I'll try because we're on the theme of anime stuff. Let's see, Witch Academia opening, I guess. I unfortunately do not have a Wii U. If I'd had a Wii U, I probably have tried doing Minish Cap. I'd love to play that. I do have a DS though, but it's a DSi. I don't think DSi's don't take Game Boy Advance cartridges. But I might do some other ways to get it on there. I'm seeing My Hero Academia thumbnails here. It looks really anime. Quick drums and violin playing. That's modern anime, alright? Oh, it's got vocals. I think this is too anime for me. It's a good song though. Really neatly composed bridge. You can either call it elegantly composed or predictable. I don't really care because I love songs that are just using the standard song structure. It's got an interesting bridge. It's a long bridge. Slow build up to the chorus. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Syncopation. It's a fun song, yeah. It's a fun song, yeah. I'm not sure if I'm going to play it, because it's got a lot of material for 1 minute. Okay, it's kinda... it doesn't matter. It's a neat little song, for sure. Also kind of formulaic, honestly. But neat. Formulaic isn't bad per se. See ya, Annabelle. See you later. Hey, Yuri. It's been a while. See you, Sean. See you next time. Okay, let's see. Hey, Aspiring Hero. Think. You just missed our little anime segment. Animes I used to... I've watched a few animes when I was a teenager. I watched Neon Genesis, obviously. Watched a bit of Bleach, but then I went to Soul Society and I was like, yeah, no, this is becoming a little bit too standard for me. I watched Rasafon, which is also kind of a more impressionistic kind of mech thing. Tried to rewatch it last year, but then a certain character appeared on screen that was like immediately with like large breasts and uncomfortable giggling and stuff, and I was like, yeah, this is not for me. And I watched the first season of One Punch Man, which I loved. Even started reading the manga for a while. But even just like Bleach, you know, if you have a really good like concept that lends itself really well for one season, I wouldn't mind it just being one season, because after that, it kind of turned into rankings and rivalries and stuff like that. I do have the Nausicaa manga here, but I haven't finished reading it because it's big. I can play some piano. Fire Emblem songs. Last time someone asked me about Lost in Thoughts. I might do that one. But there's more important things to attend to right now. Thank you, Random Citizen, for the $10 super chat. Parasailing super chat. Okay, so what kind of parasailing would you like today, Mr. or Mrs. Random Citizen? Please let me know. In the meantime, I'll play some Astral Observatory for y'all, while a Random Citizen finishes his order. Last time there was a weird suggestion for parasailing. Not sure what it was again, but if you can come up with some kind of weird style to play parasailing in, then it would be great. But first we're going to do the Astral Observatory. Let's see. was my concentration phase. Yeah, I was looking at my OBS. There wasn't any problems there. I was looking at my Logic. There didn't seem to be any problems with the audio. Huh. No, you're right. There's some really weird delay going on. Huh. It's very strange. It's only on the piano for some reason. Super weird. Let's see. There's not a piano problem because there's nothing that's weird here. It's probably in the... This probably fixes it, but I'm not sure why it happened at all. Yeah, I know what's the culprit, but not sure why it's doing what it's doing because it's a very light little plugin that does it. So stupid. Oh my god, this is stupid. What's going on? Sheesh. Don't be a weirdo. No, there's still delay. Okay, folks, here's what I'm gonna do. Huh? First thing is resetting the piano. See if that helps. That's unfortunate because I really like the Ganon parasailing big pig monster on the parasailing thing. So, I guess you can just sing for the rest. I can sing for the rest. There's no problem. Okay, let's see. No, there's still problems. Then it's in my, it's either in my audio interface or it's in Logic because Logic is stupid. So I'm going to reset Logic, which means that my microphone will not be working for a little bit. So don't be startled. Stop being annoying, please. So, my voice should be back at least. Double check if I'm using the correct output. I do. Double checking if OBS, it does. Now let's see if the piano works. Looks like we're back in action, folks, but it shouldn't happen too often because it's really a bummer because it was playing so nicely, if I may say so myself. That means, random citizen, you're getting a retry on the parasailing Ganon thing. Ah, that's such a shame. I'm not sure if I can play it as well the second time as well. But thanks for saying it, folks. It's so good. I think something was happening with the software, honestly. Like a plugin that makes sure that the piano doesn't distort if I'm playing very loud. The music was audible. Okay, then we're continuing. Oh, and if you don't want to know, there's so many technical stuff going on. There's a reason, like, people asked me to start streaming like 3 years ago. And I knew what a hassle it would be to make it work. Like, there's 2 cameras. One for my face and one for the piano. There's a microphone and the piano that go into an interface that go through Logic to mix them together that go into OBS. Then there's OBS that I have to fix. There's 2 capture devices for the 2 cameras. And then there's Mac OS, which is weird with capturing things, so I'm not always hitting a completely smooth 60 FPS, which bothers me and probably nobody else. So yeah, being a technician is kind of part of the territory in a way. So, we're back. Mouth trumpet. Yeah, I would like to do some singing and mouth trumpeting stuff. Listening to a lot of Prince recently, which isn't my usual style, but I always kind of respected him from a distance, and then I found out that there's lots of registrations of his concerts on YouTube, and turned out I like his live work about 10 times more than his studio work, so I'm completely into Prince territory for a while. Sometimes I have that, and I'm really focused on a single artist for a short period of time, like a short obsession. I want to know everything about it. I had something with the Beatles as well a few years ago. Didn't know anything about the Beatles and it was kind of a shame, so I started learning lots of their stuff. I'm taking this break to thank my patrons, my top tier patrons. There's been a few new ones. For example, Raby, thank you so much. Random Citizen, there you are again. It's my patron as well, which is fantastic. Patrick, Lazarus, you're in the stream, Lazarus? I thought I saw you. Thank you so much. Joshua, John, Rio S, Harm Kampstra, George, Fernando, Aspiring Hero Games, and Alberto. Seriously, I wanted to do some transparency about my income and stuff here on YouTube. Like half of it comes from Patreon, so they're really keeping this realistic for me to do this. So that's so cool. All right, mouth trumpet. Ballad of the Goddess mouth trumpet. I'm not so sure about that. If you don't have vocals, have you ever done vocals for any professional work? Do you think you would do it for games too? Hey, como Raby, it's Raby. Glad to have you. And Lazarus, that's so cool. There's 3 top tier patrons in the stream right now. Awesome. And the other patrons, of course, thank you as well. But there's a little bit too much to name them all. Have I done professional singing work? I have done some professional vocal work in the sense of voiceover for some scientific videos. Friends of mine that work here at the university. Sometimes I need to make a video for some crazy contraption, and then I do the voiceover, and I try to kind of polish away my Dutch accent as much as I can. Singing professionally, I have done that for a while, but that was long before the YouTube work. I was in a few bands, some of them made some money, so yeah, that's professional. I have sung a few times on the stream as well. And there's a few of my covers on YouTube with vocals. Prince is so good, it's crazy. It's not 100% my thing, but the quality is through the roof, seriously. I was trying to sing Purple Rain a while ago with a super high G note there. Not sure if I should do that on stream. Lazarus says, I joined your Patreon because honestly, you're such a treat to watch and what you do is awesome. Thank you so much. It's really cool to do these streams and get more of a personal connection with you all. So yeah, what to do? Last time I did disco covers, you remember that? That was also kind of cool. Yeah, that was kind of interesting. So, no suggestions, I'll just start playing something. Orden Village. Orden Village? Like the one from Twilight Princess. I think I have tried to play that once on stream, so it'll probably come to me quickly. Let's see. Orden Village. Ta-ta. No, that's Kakariko Village from Twilight Princess. This one sounds really weird. Having more technical problems? I hope not. Da 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 da. B part is very beautiful of this. Okay, I think I can do this. I've been playing along to the recording. Now I can. I think I know go hard. Let's see. Kind of dark at certain points. Yay, that was a very good idea. It's kind of similar to Lake Hylia, really, which isn't a surprise. But still, interesting. Yay, thank you, everybody. Komorebi asks, if you are planning to stream a game, do you expect to do it here on YouTube or on Twitch? I think I'll do it here on YouTube. Honestly, people have been saying to me that I might look into doing a Twitch as well. But I don't really want to commit to a platform if I can't support it. And I'm not sure how different Twitch is from YouTube. Honestly, I don't really watch any Twitch. So, I think it'll be on YouTube because my audience is here as well. And I have been thinking, I do have the equipment to stream games. And I've watched some Monster Maze streams, which is kind of cozy as well. So, yeah, I might do that. Oftentimes when I stream, it's my way to wind down. And when I play games, it's my way to wind down. And streaming is a little bit more active from that perspective. So I'm not sure if it would always work well for me, but I might try it. Especially if there's a new Zelda game somewhere this century. I might play it. Xavier says, "Hey Tim, I just rewatched the Champion Suites. I never knew about the SOS and SAD that's in every song. Crazy." Yeah, I know, right? I just transcribed that because it was in the music, and then people in the comments started telling me that it was actually Morse code. That's crazy. Yeah, Anna says, would be lovely to watch you play through some Zelda, maybe for a second playthrough to have everyone's discussions together. Yeah. I really love Skyward Sword for some strange reason. I think I've played Breath of the Wild to death. I was thinking of doing a playthrough Breath of the Wild without doing any shrines, just the 4 starting shrines for some extra stamina, and then do a 3 hearts, no shrines run, do every divine beast, and then go to the castle. Sounds interesting. Skyward Sword is so good. It's also not really what I personally would like Zelda to be. Breath of the Wild is much more the ideal Zelda game to me, but, you know, I recognize quality when I see it, and that's quality for sure. Link's Awakening too. Link's Awakening is a little bit more, what's the word? A little bit older feeling. Like the dungeons are super tight, but the overworld is still a little bit, 90s adventure game like, so. Twitch is more complicated. Yeah, I get that feeling as well. Komorebi says, in my opinion, Twitch is a little bit overwhelming with the emotes and the subs and so on. Yeah, sometimes I see Twitch streams and there's a dashboard on the screen with a million things going on. So, I'm not sure. I kind of like how relaxed it is on here, but you know. Skyward Sword music. Crimson Loftwing. I'll start with Crimson Loftwing. It's one of the favorites of Anna's. And then I will segue into something different. Suggestions for segues from Crimson Loftwing in the chat are always welcome. I can, just like I did with Hat in the Village, I'm reading the chat when I'm playing the piano. I have 2 capture cards actually, Komorebi, for both of my cameras. I have a 4K one for the piano camera because I want that to be as sharp as possible because of the little lines between the keys. And I wanted to be able to zoom it without losing too much quality. And just my old camera, the 1080p one, is the one that's on my face. And I can use both of those for game streaming if I'd want to. That's not a problem at all. Ooh, the shop closing theme from Animal Crossing. That's interesting. There's so many songs on my channel that I just kind of forgot about, but you know, I've done a gazillion of songs by now. Let me see how many songs. It's a little bit of a chill stream today, folks. I'm also talking a lot, but sometimes it's also nice. I'm going to check how many songs I've actually arranged by now. It's a crazy amount. Crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 folders. I've arranged 128 pieces on my channel so far. That does not include any improvised or Celtic arrangements. So yeah, that's crazy. Shop's closing. All right, let's give it a try. That's been a while since I did that. It was really popular for a while on my channel too. Take a sip of water while I'm thinking of shop closing. It was fun. Thank you, Anas, for the $10 super chat. He says, you're a great inspiration. Thank you so much. I'm going to close the curtains here because even though I've tried playing lots of rainy and watery music, the sun has started shining and it's getting hot in here. It's getting hot in here, so hot! So I'm going to close my curtains, yay! I am closing my curtains. Curtains and... Joy, the E flat and the A flat, everybody. Watery music. Oh, speaking of water, I'm going to be refilling my thing. Oh yeah! It's just hot here in the studio. The rest of the house isn't as hot. There's a few devices here generating some heat. I am getting so hot, I've got to close my curtains. So, Volcano Sonata from Ocarina of Time. Yeah, that's very fitting. Let's find out. Hoe schrijf je dat? Volcano? Yeah, I think so. English is hard. It's called the Bolero Fire, if I remember correctly. Zelda. Oh yeah. This is not the original, I think, is it? No, this is some weird mashup somebody made. Let's not watch ladies play backing in the woods with their violin. Is this the original? Is that the original? Yeah, it's sorry, it is the original. I just never really heard the snare drum in that, apparently. That's so short. Hey, press F5. If I press F5, the chat will probably stop. Master Koga. Yeah, that sounds like fun. Starting town mashup. That's also an interesting, idea. Kokiri Forest, outside island, Skyloft, etc. A Stone Tower Temple. Oh, there was a question from earlier. Let me see. Stone Tower Temple. I think I've played that before sometime on stream. And after that, I'll do Master Koga. It's so spooky. It's got a really weird vibe because it's very spooky, and then there's this not exactly cheery, but still high-pitched flute stuff playing. I'm going to be singing. The piano doesn't work. Okay, let's give this a try. Now the piano works. Hey, Kato. Wow. Okay, freestyling. It's a really cool song, actually. But like Deku Palace, there's so much here that can be kind of fleshed out in a very interesting way. I know that Sam from Zrio had some interesting ideas with this track, so who knows? Hey Kazuki, hey Examente, and also I saw Crazed earlier in the chat from the Discord that I used to frequent. Welcome. Hope you're still watching. Someone asked a great question. What's your opinion on Suga's theme from Age of Calamity? I remember it being kind of rudimentary sounding. I can look it up. I know it's a popular character. My son loves Soga because he has muscles and stuff, and he's got 2 swords. Where's his music, folks? Theme. Sorry, guys. All right. Yeah. Like most of the non-orchestrated tracks in Haru Warriors, the MIDI sound kind of doesn't really work for me, but the whistle is very cool, the Japanese flute. Oh yeah, then it goes into crazy mode. Yeah. It's alright. The whistle's cool. It does some interesting things with rhythms. It's not exactly playable on piano. The power of closing the curtains. Kill you to death. See you later, Water Music. Your TV will be turned off in 1 minute due to the TV's auto power off settings. To keep the TV on, press any buttons except the power button. Alrighty. Let's see. Koga. Good night, Hinata Potato. Come on, TV, don't be crazy. Don't be crazy. Let's go crazy. What would you think? Koga. Now I've got the Soga theme in my head. Pepper to pepper, tip, tip, bom, 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 bom. I'll be. Sorry, folks. Oh my god. Yeah, I'll be opening the sheet music for that just to be sure, because the opening is kind of tricky. Hinata Potato was talking about sleeping, and suddenly I started yawning. Let's see, there's a lot of accidentals in there. A minor, G minor, F, no? I'll take it. Move the window so I can read the chat during playing. Boink, there we go. I've got 21,000 unread emails. Yeah, the weird thing is, and maybe there's a Mac user somewhere among you, but if I set my television as the main display, this annoying thing is still on the secondary screen, even though I want to have it on the primary screen so that I can actually see it and you don't have my 21,000 emails hovering above your heads. No worry, Hinata Potato. Sleep well. Okay, let's try this. Yeah. Oh, there's 2 pages. Ba-da-ba-da. Yeah, there's a version on my channel with a band and stuff. That one's very fun. I like the Master Goga boss battle, honestly. I was expecting slightly more foreboding character. The first time I played it was like, is this it? Like this, and there's a missed opportunity for a really interesting villain or antagonist. But over time, I've come to appreciate the fine line that Zelda walks between quirkiness and seriousness. It's a very fun boss fight. It's just short. Very fun boss fight because you can use your prowess in a fun way. Bam 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 belulu donk. There's also the starting towns medley idea that I wanted to explore. Also, the Crimson Lovewing music sounds a lot like Star Fox music, actually. Especially the... a lot. Like, the original Star Fox had a fantastic soundtrack. 64 is alright, but the original one, that one's so good. Really a unique sound from the Super Nintendo as well. The starting towns thing, yeah. So what's the first starting town? Actually, in Link to the Past, you start at the overworld. It's not really a starting town. It's Kokiri Forest, of course. Let's see if I can do that. This is the clock town that I never can get right when I'm playing. It's not right. It's actually very difficult to play a starting towns medley, but a very interesting idea. I especially have trouble with telling market, like Castle Town and Clock Town apart, and I've got trouble telling Outset and Windfall Island apart. So that's a real challenge for me. But thanks for the suggestion, Catnaps. I think if I prepare that one, it might be really nice. Lazarus, yeah, I like these themed mashups as well. It could be a really nice way to get some extra videos out without too much preparation work. So I might do that one as well. I'm kind of nearing the end of my stream. I've got 5 more minutes before I have to start cooking, and my energy is also kind of going down. Yuri says, isn't Windfall Island a newer version of Kakariko Village in Ocarina? Yeah. Windfall Island is Kakariko and Outset Island is Kokiri. And then Forest Haven is also Kokiri in a slightly different fashion. Yeah, it's really cool. And the ocean from Wind Waker is really like a stretched out Hyrule field. You know, at least. Maybe not literally, but it really feels that way to me. Let's see. Talto Heights is a nice suggestion. Not sure if I, with this temperature, have the energy for that, but I could play that. Forest Temple, super creepy. Yeah, I really love that one. I don't necessarily love Forest Temple itself because it's a little bit too hard for my my stupid Zelda poser brain. I'm not sure if I can play it because it's really a kind of a soundscape. Forest Temple, Ocarina of Time. After finishing Ocarina, by the way, a while back on the Switch, after being on and off trying to play it for years, it really is a singular game. It's got so much of that X Factor feeling of they know they're making something incredible, just like with Breath of the Wild. If a developer knows that they're making something incredible, then they can really go for it. With Twilight Princess, which is a great game as well, you can feel that they're not 100% sure of their direction. So that's why Twilight Princess is kind of a patchwork of things. You know, is it a weird science fiction stuff? Is it a Western? Is it a Ocarina revisiting? Is it a kind of wolf transforming stuff? But with Ocarina, they were so sure of their vision in Breath of the Wild too. It's very inspiring. I'm listening to the Forest Temple now. 10 hours, oh my god, I'm not sure if my heart can handle 10 hours of Forest Temple music. That's so good. No, I'm not gonna play this on piano, sorry. It's a little bit too soundscapey. It's interesting though, yeah. All right, let's do one final track. Oh, I love the Spirit Tracks Overworld. No, I can't play it for 100%, but I can play bits of it. Yeah, for anybody who hasn't heard the 25th anniversary symphonic CD, they have a very cool version of what's it called? Of the Spirit Tracks Overworld. It's in E minor, sorry. I'm trying to play the 25th anniversary version with all kinds of modulations, but I shouldn't play that for my final thing because then it goes terribly awry. Spirit Tracks Overworld. I'm just putting it on and then playing along, which works nicely. Because it's quite long, it's got some twists and turns. No pun intended. It's a jam. The banjo in there. Wow, this goes places. Actually, the anniversary version is really similar to the original. This is so good. There's even a C part. I'm listening, still listening to the original. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be a serious video because this is amazing. I have heard Spirit Tracks main theme a few times, but I never knew it was so good. Realm Overworld. Yeah, that's gonna be a cover soon for sure. Ah, man, this is so good. Oh my god. This is constant... Very good. Oh my god. Okay, that's super cool. And Ordon Village is also going on my list of doom because that one... The list of doom, by the way, for the uninitiated is the list of suggestions which is crazy long suggestions and ideas. But Twilight Prince at Orden Village is on there now as well, so that's very good. Hey Annabelle, you're just in time for the end. Hey Rinkmin, you're just in time for the end. I'm sorry, I think I'm getting hungry and have to make dinner. But it's just so dumb. At the end of the stream, I'm finally getting a bit of energy. Well, whatever. It doesn't really matter. I'll tell you something about the list of doom. The current suggestions I have on there is crazy, the amount of stuff. So, the list of doom, and this is just for non-Breath of the Wild Zelda things. Okay, here we go. Mashups and medleys. That doesn't really count. Skyward Sword, Fire and Woods, Twilight Princess, Orden Village, Breath of the Wild, Horse Fairy. Okay, there's Breath of the Wild in there. Gerudo Valley, Twilight Princess, Kakariko Village, Zelda 2, Temple. I think that's supposed to be Palace. Link's Awakening, Staff Roll, Link's Awakening, Marin's House, Link's Awakening, Sword Search, Breath of the Wild Dragon, Horseback Riding, Guardian Stuff, Wind Waker Title, Link to the Past, Hyrule Castle, Death Mountain, Ocarina Boss, Oracle of Ages, Skull Dungeon, Puppet Zelda, Puppet Ganon. Spirit Tracks Realm Overworld is going high up on the list because I want to do that one very much. It's just, most of these tracks are just waiting for the right moment to be covered. Spirit Tracks Sanctuary and Overworld theme. Oh, apparently I have the suggestion on there 2 times. So let's go. Triforce Heroes main theme. Ocarina of Time, the short pieces, like I did with the Serenade of Water. Skyward Sword, Romance in the Sky. Skyward Sword Island in the Sky. Molduga is on there. Molduga Celtic. Man, Hyrule Highlands 3, there's an entire list. Light Spirit, Happy Mask, Salesman, Horse Race, Sheik's Theme, Skyloft, Fern Woods. There hasn't actually been any much official work done on a third Hyrule Highlands, by the way. Sam of Ziario has a different project he's working really hard on now, in which I only have a small role, mainly as an instrumentalist, playing a few accordion, mandolin, guitar parts. And I am thinking of the Hyrule Highlands 3. I've been practicing a few pieces already. I've been practicing Skyloft and Farum Woods for Hyrule Highlands 3. It's going to have lots of mandolin, and I want to make it really funky. Partly because of Prince, but also partly because the mandolin is just such a punchy sounding instrument. It's really funky really quickly. So I think I'm going even harder on the groove for Hyrule Highlands 3. That will be fantastic. Hyrule Highlands 2 is out right now. Hyrule Highlands 2. Have you listened to Hyrule Highlands 2? Oh, and the list of doom is the list with suggestions. Sacred Duet from Zelda's. Yeah, I'm checking out Spirit Tracks music more because this is amazing stuff. I'll put it in. Sacred Duet. Okay. My Castle Town from Deltarune. I don't think I'm doing Deltarune anymore in Undertale because those videos flopped hard. Which is a story for another time about why I'm sticking so much to Zelda. Well, first of all, I freaking love Zelda music, but it's also got to do with the way that YouTube works. I did some Monster Hunter, flopped hard. I did some Deltarune and Undertale, flopped hard. Yes, you did hear Horse Race. Oh yeah, Smash Bros. Brawls theme. That one's from Nobuo Uematsu. Would be nice to do. I haven't done Ganondorf themes. No, I only did the... there's no Ganondorf in Breath of the Wild, of course, so that doesn't really count. Exploring the Great Sea from Origami King. I've heard Origami King has amazing music as well. Not sure if I have a category for non-Zelda stuff at the moment. Ghibli Celtic. I have an entire list of Celtic tracks I would love to do. Ghibli Celtic tracks. Final Fantasy Combat Medley. Yeah, maybe I should sanitize this list someday because it's kind of getting out of hand. But you know, sometimes it's good to watch, to kind of read the list and see what kind of ideas I have laying around. Other games. Origami King. Exploring the Great Sea. Girahim. Yeah, that one should get on my list as well. Let's do that. Girahim. Horse race. Maybe I can bluff it. It's not gonna be pretty. Now I've got the Mario Odyssey one in my head. Da 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 da. That one's also really fun. It's a very quick mandolin thing in Mario Odyssey. And then there's something like some super quick mandolin thing. But it sounds very much like the horse race. But horse race is different. Really similar to... Actually, that should be mouth trumpet. Yeah, that's a good ending of a stream. Crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I really needed that for some reason. I wanted to do more key changes, but my voice couldn't hit that high A, so it's higher than the Purple Rain note, and I couldn't reach it. That's the Purple Rain one. Yeah, so Prince levels yet, but practice makes perfect. Anyways, everybody, thanks so much for being with me today. It's been fun. Took a while for me to get going, but ultimately, I was really feeling it, to quote Xenoblade Chronicles. Purple horse, woo! Purple horse, woo! Yeah, that's fun. We'll do it next time. We'll do Purple Horse next time, everybody. Next week, I'll do a premiere for a video. Not sure what yet. If there's a direct with something interesting for us on the 29th, my plans will obviously change accordingly. We'll see. And if there's nothing, I'll just do a nice little video for you all. So thanks for sticking around, everybody, for your suggestions, for your kind words, for your purple horses. And I'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.